Alright, hey guys, welcome to another Arma 2 How the hell do I play this game, helicopters. Today I'll be showing you how to use the transport ones and what types there are. Alright, so we've got the light transports, which are used by special forces. Transportation capacity 4, but sometimes these don't have co-pilot, so 5 max, usually 4. Then we've got the medium transports, which has miniguns. Main reason why in comparison to them these are the mediums is because of they transport less troops and generally weaker. Transportation capacity is 8, about 14 and a bit. And then we've got the Chinook transport capacity. I don't know at the moment, but let's just say it transports a lot. My main reason why this is heavy is once again it can defend itself a lot better, stronger, transports more troops, but at the same time there's a few pros and cons to all. Alright, I'll go through the pros and cons of the little bird. Alright, pros. It's fast, it can fly low, it can go through like nearly anywhere, very versatile. Cons, very weak, very easy to shoot down. Having said that, when it's light, it's a lot more sensitive on landings. And the crew's easy to shoot out. Alright, although generally they're my favourite when it comes to transportation. Now we've got the Black Hawk. Pros, well, stronger than the little bird. When it comes to hard landings, this is better. It's got guns which can defend itself. The crew is better defended. Cons, it's slower, less versatile. Having said that, when it does come to crashing, sure, it's a lot better, but once again, if you land with the tail rotor, it's gonna explode, so there's a certain procedure. But overall, when that comes to hot LZs, that's a lot better than that. And then we've got the Chinook. Pros, huge transport capacity. On some servers it can actually carry stuff. Another pro, once again, it's got miniguns and a rear gun. Yeah, heavily armored. Cons, it's slower. Cons, yeah, mainly it's just slower. That's, oh yeah, another pro is it's really good with crash landings. And there's a lot more pros than cons. Another pro is it's very good for airborne because they can para-jump out with these. Like, you can para-jump out of any helicopter, but this is the one you'd want to be para-jumping out of. Only other con is it's loud and it's very easy to see. So yeah, alright. I'll show you how to use these now. We'll start off with the little bird. Okay, so the first one I'll be showing you is the little bird. So, as I said, these mainly transport special forces. Also, we're going by the assumption that you have a co-pilot, so I'm only carrying 4. Now you may not usually be the leader of the squad. Anyway, I'll go on with this. Recommended flying height is about this. It's a light helicopter, so you want to fly low. As I demonstrated last night, the AA can shoot you down easily. Right, now, when you come in for a landing on one of these things, you want to do it nice and fast, but light at the same time, like this. Alright, let's hit the ground. Right.
3, 4, 5, 6, bail out.
Now, because I'm using AI, it's always a bit harder to drop off, and then when you take off, you want to take off instantly. You usually don't want to fly into the, like, you don't want to keep flying forward, you usually want to turn around and return to base. Now the worst thing I see on multiplayer servers is when people ditch their helicopters. Like, they fly somewhere, they land them, and then they go fight. This isn't Battlefield 2. This is a combat simulator. These guys served in the Russian, the Soviet army for the Czechoslovakian, whatever, the Czechs, alright? So, pretty much, yeah, they intend this game to be a combat simulator, so they really don't want you ditching vehicles. So, having said that, we'll now move on to the Black Hawk. So the Black Hawk recommended height is about 83 or so. When you come in for a landing, you sort of have to do an auto hover landing, but this is what happens if you do it at a high speed. So you just sort of raise the height. What you want to do is morely come in for a landing, go low but slow down. Watch my speed. It's up to you if you use the auto hover or not. I don't do it manually. See, you just gotta go in nice and easy. And then now this is the time to use the auto hover. If you see yourself flying into objects, use the auto hover. That's what it's there for. And then you land, tell everyone to get out.
All, eject.
Using eject so I jump out fast. Take off. And you return to base. Just like that. Alright, so I now show you the Chinook. Alright, so recommended flying height for a Chinook. I'll show you two ways to do it. I'll show you the para jumping way. Now, if you want to do the para airdrop way, you fly at about 200 altitude, 250. Usually any height about here is fine. So, here we go. So, 6.
All, eject.
Just like that. And once that's done, you'll probably be probably want to fire some flares on. Alright, to use flares, I didn't really cover that last night. You press R, and if you hold control in R, it changes the mode. So you got semi, which is just that. But if you hold, that's burst. Right? Semi just fires one. So now show you the section. Alright, so this is assuming that they want to get dropped in. Alright, so let's do this. With Chinooks, because they take a while to get on the ground, you want to be flying low when you come into the AO. Generally, you want to fly higher than most helicopters, probably at 100, 150. So when you come in for a landing, you want to be at about 25 and just slower. It's up to you to stick auto hover on. I stick it on onto the Chinooks. And you just quickly drop them down like that.
All, eject.
And then return to base. Much like that. Alright, now I'll show you what to do in crashing situations. So I'm out of fuel, like it's the best way to simulate engine failure. And when you go down... Alright, no. Okay, I've got to pause it because this is going to happen quite fast. We're simulating engine failure, which means pretty much it's like zero fuel. You've got to go down. I'll show you what to do. Alright, so you want to constantly click auto hover on, auto hover off, just like this. And you want to hold Q, you want to try and control it, just like that. Alright. Oh crap, I'm spamming alright, sorry guys, don't know why. So that's how you land a little bird. Now that's not always going to be the case, there might be one of you going really fast. All you got to do is turn auto hover on instantly, and then turn it off, line your nose up, and then just do the same thing I did. Now it's not always going to turn out that nicely, but I'm actually surprised it did. That was quite a hard landing. So now I'll show you what to do in the Black Hawk circumstances. Okay, now we're coming to the last bit of the tutorial for now. If you'd like to see something else, you can just leave a comment or message me. is avoiding AA, my best thing to do in one of these. So each helicopter has a different amount of countermeasures. See in the top left, that small number, 60. That's how many flares I have. So we want to hold Control R and change that to burst. Right, so let's say AA locks onto me. What I want to do is, if you're a good enough pilot, do this if AA locks on. Do that and lower your height massively, like right down near the ground. Keep firing a few more flares. And just fly away. Okay, easy as that. But let's say you're not in a Little Bird, you're in a Black Hawk. So you're in a bigger helicopter now. AA locks on, what you want to do is this. You want to pop flares and lower your height massively, like right down. You want to keep firing flares and get out and get base up. Just like this. Now watch out for trees. Once again, I'm using a track IR, so it's easier for me to fly. I don't have to hold hold. Pretty much, as I said, the only difference is that, there's heaps of differences, but one of my main differences is that I can steer and look around at the same time, where if you hold hold, you have to use the mouse to look around and you can't steer, which is a major tactical disadvantage. Right, so all you want to do is just get out of that. Get right down. Say you're in an even more complicated helicopter like the Chinook. Alright, so if you're in a Chinook, this is what you want to do. You want to have it on burst. So if AA locks on, because you're a slower moving target, you want to get out of there as fast as possible. So you want to pop flares. You want to do a really nice sharp turn. Just keep pressing R. This is a little bonus landing on aircraft carriers. Not many servers do have carrier warfare anymore, but this is what you do if you want to land on a carrier with a big thing like this. This is your only option. So see my speed, you want to slow that down. Like get that speed really slow by the time you're at the carrier. So you want to stick auto hover on, turn it off, put it on, put it off, put it on. Alright, until you're at about 160 or so. See, it's got to speed up again, so you've just got to keep doing it. And when you come in for a landing, you want to do it nice and slow. There's no rush. Unless you're getting chased by jet fighters, by then you're probably screwed. Alright, so you want to avoid the runway, because there's probably jets going to be taking off knowing jet fighter news. You want to turn auto hover on when you're pretty much at the carrier. Just want to tip the nose and get on that one of those helipads so you get nice and close. Although most people I doubt would be using Chinooks in carrier warfare, so I'll also show you what helicopter they probably would be using. I'll do a TAC helicopter one and a UH-1Y. Alright, so you just pretty much got to guide the copter, you've got to keep swinging it. Nice and easy now. Yeah, perfect. Let's go down, let's go down. Alright, perfect. Alright, so it's been... sorry, oh, that's okay. So, I'll now show you how to do an AH-1Z land.